Look at me, I may never pass for a perfect bride or a perfect daughter, can it be? I'm not meant to play this part. Now I see that if I were truly to be myself, I would break my family's heart. Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? Why is my reflection someone I don't know? Somehow I cannot hide who I am, though I've tried. When will my reflection show who I am inside? How I pray that a time will come I can free myself from their expectations. On that day, I'll discover some way to be myself and to make my family proud. They want a docile lamb. No one knows who I am. Must there be a secret me I'm forced to hide? Must I pretend that I'm someone else for all time? When will my reflection show who I am inside? When will my reflection show who I am inside? Hello, it's me mixing Annami. Okay, I don't know why I was singing that. Anyways, I wanted to pop in here really quick and tell this whole story about how I recorded this, since I recorded it a little bit differently than how I usually do it, and I just think it's kind of funny to think about how it sounds now during the mix, but like when I recorded it, it was such a strange situation to be in. And I did it last minute. It was completely like off the cuff. I just was like, you know what, we're just gonna do it. I've always wanted to do it, so we're just gonna do this song. So I did it. So I did it in a different place than where I usually record. I usually record in my bedroom, and then I mix it and whatever. And I use my microphone with like a little pop filter and all of this. And yeah, and then I usually just record it and then I mix it later or mix it right away. Depends what I'm doing. But I just came back from being on vacation. I was visiting my boyfriend, so I recorded this actually in his house. I used his microphone. We have almost the same microphone. I think his is just a slightly different model. I use the Blue Snowball. I think he uses the Blue Yeti. I'm not sure. But they're almost the same microphone. But yeah, his is a little bit different. He has no pop filter, so I had to improvise and use a sock. My current microphone right now does have the sock and a pop filter, just so I have the extra clarity for when I record things. But yeah, and then I did it in his house. He had nowhere to do it because a lot of his rooms are really echoey, and I didn't want to have to try and fix all of that in the mix. That would have been way too much work. So I went in the least echoey room in his house. So I went to his bedroom. I did it there. It was still pretty echoey, so I opened up the wardrobe that he has. I pushed all of our clothes aside, like all of my shirts and dresses and all of his like shirts and stuff aside to make room. There's like shelving inside this wardrobe, so I could put my laptop on there with the microphone and kind of like stand and do it. Usually I sit, actually. I usually sit down and record everything in my room because I don't have tables high enough for me to stand and do it, even though that would be really good because it's actually easier to sing when you stand. Not that you can't do it sitting down, you can. I've done it. I had to do it like every time I was in choir. It was so annoying. Just sitting and like singing, you have to sit so straight. But anyways, that's usually what happens. I usually sit, so I had to stand and do it, and I was a little too short, so I had to find some random boxes to like put my laptop on, but I couldn't find enough boxes, so it was still too low. And I had to like find boxes to raise the microphone as well, because if the microphone was too low and the laptop was higher, then I wouldn't be able to see what I was recording and the lyrics. Obviously I don't have it. I have it mostly memorized, but I don't have it all memorized. So I had to like improvise with these boxes, and it still wasn't high enough. So like, I don't know if you can picture this, but I'm standing in a wardrobe like in front of it with these boxes holding up my laptop and a microphone, and it wasn't high enough. So I was like half bending down trying to sing this song. And this song, I chose like the most incredibly difficult way to sing it. I chose like the old demo extended version, and I kind of went off and like made it extremely like musical theatery, and there was a lot of belting. I am so sorry to his neighbors if any of them were working at home. I'm so sorry if I like annoyed you for like the hour that it took me to do this. They had to hear me sing this over and over again for like an hour, and on top of that, his cat was in the room, so I had to like, pause when his cat was like, "Let me out of the room, woman." And so I had to like pause and do that. And then also because he has windows in this room, I had to close all of the windows so I wouldn't get the noise from outside. But because it's really warm, it was like, I don't know, like 27 degrees. So I'm singing this song, it's like very physically intense to sing a song, and I'm doing it in the middle of the day. It was like 3 or 4 p.m, so it's like at the hottest point of the day, and I'm on the highest floor, and there's like sunlight and stuff coming in the room, and I don't have the windows open, so I was just like sweating profusely, and I'm half like standing just trying to record this thing. I don't know, I just thought it was like really funny to think about that's what I was doing. It was like the jankiest setup. It was like the most random thing, did it on the fly, and then it's just like, here, this is the finished product, and it actually sounds really decent. And I don't know, just a little bit of insight for people if they ever wonder what it's like for me to record things. Not that anyone listens anyways, but there you go, a little story time. That actually ended up being quite long, but there you go, story time. I hope you guys liked it. Anyways, gotta go. Bye.